please.
No,
Very smelly.
it's not very nice. It's Monday, August the 5th. Blake was born 11 days ago, and we're just going to talk you through the last 2 weeks. So it all started on Wednesday 2 weeks ago, didn't it?
Yeah, the 24th of July. Bingley Medical Practice. I went to the midwife.
Yeah, just like a routine sort of thing.
Well, I had really high blood pressure. It's like 196 over 90 something. I had really bad swelling everywhere, but mainly in my legs. And I had protein in my urine. So everything for pre-eclampsia, like 1000%. My blood pressure was so high they wouldn't let me drive my car out of the car park. So I had to ring Chris to come pick me up and go to maternity assessment centre.
Yeah, straight away to the hospital.
Yeah.
So I got this phone call and I was absolutely, completely panicked. I was like, what's going on? So I got Rob, who I work with, to drive me straight to the medical centre, picked up Emma, and then we went home. You tried to pack some things, but you were like all flustered, weren't you? So
Pack stupid things.
yeah, so we abandoned that. We went to the medical assessment centre, and they were basically like, yeah, you're having this baby. I was like, what? It's 6 weeks early. How can that be a thing? But they reassured us that the baby was fine, but it was that you were in danger, wasn't it? So
yeah.
You got a steroid injection, which looked like the most painful thing ever.
Yeah, that was horrible. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I had that twice.
Yeah.
That was really unenjoyable. It was so painful.
And then they started giving you stuff for your blood pressure, and your urine came down, but it was just terrifying. And then I got sent to pick something up, didn't I? What did I go pick? I can't remember what I went to pick up.
Stuff for me. And stuff for you.
And stuff for Blake
the
as well.
hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to go pick up. I'm not sure what I did. I think I stopped off at KFC, which was why I was so long.
Chris.
Because right, I need to eat something. So yeah, and then I came back and I recorded the video here, and then we went back.
Chris.
And then we didn't really sleep that night, did we?
No. That's because I had 2 cannulas in.
Yeah.
I had the thing that took my blood pressure automatically every 30 minutes. And I had a catheter in, and what else did I have? Well, the woman coming in all the time being like, take these drugs.
And a beeping machine next to you.
And a beeping machine next to me that beeped constantly.
Yeah.
Like, how does anyone sleep with that?
Yeah.
And then kept knocking my cannulas out of my hand. Bleeding everywhere.
It started off like mega terrifying. Because basically what you had was something that's life-threatening, isn't it? That's why they had to operate. That's why they had to give you the cesarean section to save you. That's why they had to add the C-section.
I don't think I was going to die. I just think they do it because it's not going to get any better until you're not pregnant anymore.
Yeah, we were then waiting around for surgery. And that's when Nick and Louise came in Thursday morning. Nick's my stepbrother. That was so weird. And they ended up in the room opposite us. But Louise was being induced. So Louise and Nick have got a baby called Jovi, who's 22 hours younger than Blake, although not premature. We were getting prepped for the operation. We were waiting around for the operation for ages, weren't we? Because you had your second injection at 5 a.m, which meant that the operation could have happened at any time. But there was loads of emergency C-sections coming in, so we were just at the back of that queue. And then we had the C-section went in around 3 o'clock, for 3:30, and Blake was born at 3:59.
It must have been later than that because they do it really quick. Getting her out is the fastest part. Stitching me up is the slowest part.
Yeah, it took less than 5 minutes for Blake to be cut out.
Yeah.
I went up with Blake. Weirdly saw Nick and Louise as Blake was leaving Emma. We went up to neonatal, and I spent the next 2 days just going to neonatal back and forth, checking on Emma, checking on Blake, checking on Emma, checking on Blake like a lunatic. But you weren't allowed to see Blake, were you, for
ages?
Yeah.
Until 3 o'clock in the morning. So for nearly 12 hours.
And that's only because I kept speaking to the neonatal people. Was like, come on, Emma needs to see a baby. And then one of the neonatal nurses or midwives was really kind and wheeled Blake down to see Emma, which was really nice.
Who was that? Was that someone that I saw like afterwards?
Honestly, it's all just a blur to me now. There was just so much like not sleeping. So Blake was born on Thursday. You didn't see her on Thursday. Did you see her on Friday? Other than when she got brought down at 3 a.m.
When did I get a shower? When was I allowed a shower?
You were allowed
was
a shower
on Friday.
On Saturday.
So then.
Yeah, Saturday. So you didn't get to go and see Blake basically for like 36 hours after she'd been born. And then you got to go and see her.
Feeding the baby. Go down scallons of milk.
Lots of milk.
Like she's downing a pint.
Good. It's a good family trait.
Look how much she's chugging it.
It was definitely over 24 hours, I remember that. It might have been like closer to 30, but you got to go and see Blake, and that was good. Then we got moved from the delivery ward up to the maternity ward, which is ward 21. And again, we're just going back and forth every 3 hours, spending an hour with her every 3 hours.
Hi.
Just been on Emma's boob, and now she's having some out of the tube. You can see what she's doing there with her chewing on her sleeve. It means she's still a bit hungry. Look at the camera. That's what you look like. You're looking at yourself. We got moved to ward 21, which is the maternity ward, Saturday morning, and then we left
really early.
Sunday evening.
Yeah. Like, I just wanted to leave. It felt
Yeah.
so long. I felt like I was in there for about 2 weeks.
But there was just there was like no sleep happening, and just for the first 48 hours of Blake's life, I was just making sure I was just going as much as I could. Emma's just changing a nappy before we go for the big weigh-in.
The big weigh-in.
2035.
Yeah,
So she's
that seems to be the constant one there, doesn't it?
Yeah, lost a load of weight then. Family peel. Where it's up at an angle so I can get us all free. Yeah. It's not often I'm more brown than you, right?
I look dead.
Yeah.
I didn't take the iron tablet this morning.
Ah. Cool. You need to get them hands on like spinach, right? Like Popeye. Blake has lost 10 ounces, so she's gone from 5 pounds to £4.08. So she has lost half a pound.
Yeah.
So that's like 10% of her body weight. In Blake's first part of her life, she had low blood sugar twice. When she first got there, when she was first born, she had low blood sugar. But she came out screaming and pooing, which means her inside worked and her lungs worked. And then she had blood sugar 6 hours in, low blood sugar 6 hours in. So she had something to raise the blood sugar there. She was in an incubator for 2 or 3 hours as well. But that's only because she was a little bit cold. And after that, she's just been great. Feeding time at the zoo. That's right. Look at the camera. The camera loves you, baby.
You're weird. She was so happy when I gave her the bottle instead of my boob. This lovely formula milk.
She's been feeding loads. So she was getting fed every 3 hours, and it started at the smallest amount and it just been ramped up. So it was like 20-30 millilitres every 3 hours. She's now doing about 110, 115 millilitres of milk every 4 hours. Her hearing's come back spot on. This is Blake having a hearing test. She's not wearing fancy dress. She's got wires all over her.
So this is sending the clicks down like it did on this piece of equipment, and it's just checking now to make sure that the hearing nerve is also working as well as the...
And because it's a nerve, is that why she's got something on the back of her head?
That's the one. Yeah.
And the one on the front of her head, is that what?
Just how it picks up the...
Right, so that
yeah.
brain.
So that one's passed.
Yes, well done.
Really nice and quickly as well.
Your second test passed, well done.
So we need that all black.
Okay. Go on,
And
Blake,
if I were a betting person, I'd put a year's wage on that we're going to be alright.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
pass.
look at you.
Well done,
What
Blake.
a little star you are.
Perfect
Good
hearing.
girl.
Her eyes are good, all her joints are good, so yeah, she's a happy little baby.
Yeah.
And then we got a a phone call today when we rang. So we ring up every morning to see how she's been overnight, see how she's been feeding, to make sure her temperature's all right, to make sure everything's good. So when we spoke today, she said that she'd be able to come home. There we go. This is Blake at home in a nice setting with her mum and dad. So that's been 11 days. 11 days.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking, but it's been really good because she's really healthy and she's great. We were told 4 to 6 weeks. She's back after in less than 2, so couldn't really ask for anything better, could we?
No.
See you in the next video.
Bye.